Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the road trip ready trivia quiz made to be played while riding in your car. Today's episode, Friday Night Pub Quiz number 40. This is episode number 1018. There are 21 questions with a good mix of easy, medium, and hard levels of difficulty. There is a question 21 tiebreaker at the end of this episode if you need to stick around for that. Thank you for watching. Let's get started with question number 1. After nearly being caught with her by his jealous wife, Zeus wanted to protect her, so he turned the Princess Io into one of these animals, which eventually made its way to Egypt. What type of animal was Io turned into? To protect her from his jealous wife, he turned her into a cow. Question number 2. From 1935 until 2007, no sophomore had ever won this award. Then, 3 sophomores in a row won it. Archie Griffin was the only man to win this award twice. What is this award that is named after the coach who holds the record for the largest margin of victory in an American college football game? It was named after John Heisman. It is the Heisman Trophy. Question 3. A reverse form of this process is sometimes used to purify water. What is the name of this movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration? That process is known as osmosis. Question number 4. It divided the Potsdamer Platz, and its best-known crossing was nicknamed the Checkpoint Charlie. What was this infamous structure that was built on the orders of Walter Ulbricht, who termed it anti-fascist? That structure is known as the Berlin Wall. Question number 5. This writer depicts a one-legged ballerina falling in love with the title character in The Steadfast Tin Soldier. Goethe saves Kai from the title character in what writer's other short story entitled The Snow Queen? The Steadfast Tin Soldier and The Snow Queen were written by Hans Christian Andersen. Question number 6. This brother of Chrysaor created the Hippocrene fountain. Eventually employed as Zeus's bolt carrier, what mythological figure sprang from the neck of Medusa after she was decapitated by Perseus? The answer is the Pegasus. Question number 7. In this play, Peter Quince's play entitled Pyramus and Thisbe enthralls Nick Bottom. This play depicts Demetrius initially deserting Helena in favor of Hermia. Titania and Oberon's servant is named Puck in what comedy depicting Athenian lovers written by William Shakespeare? That play was called A Midsummer Night's Dream. Question number 8. Its mother and a dragon are the other 2 antagonists in the story. What is this monster who attacks the hall of King Hrothgar, possibly bothered by the noise within, before getting his arm ripped off? This monster was called the Grendel. Question number 9. Landmarks in this city include the Dome of the Rock, revered by many Muslims who consider this city their third holiest, and the western wall of the former Temple Mount, which is now a major site for followers of Judaism. What is this city of importance to three religions, the capital of Israel? The city we're looking for is Jerusalem. Question number 10. It is carried in the blood by lipoproteins, with the good kind carried by high-density ones. The bad kind, carried by LDLs, can build up on arteries to form plaque. What is this waxy substance, high levels of which place an individual at greater risk for heart disease? They're talking about the good kind and the bad kind of cholesterol. Question 11. By mass, most of the atmosphere is contained within this layer, as it is the densest. The boundary immediately above it is the coldest part of the atmosphere. Most weather systems are contained within what lowest layer of the atmosphere? It is called the troposphere. Question number 12. Prisms work via this process, in which a light wave changes its velocity upon passing into a new medium. What is the name for this process, where the change in direction at the boundary is governed by Snell's law? The process we're looking for is refraction. Question 13. He taught that he who hath two coats should give to him who hath none. Salome asked Herod for this figure's head on a platter. What was the name of this saint who baptized Jesus? The answer is John the Baptist. Question 14. The earliest example of this form of music, created by Jacopo Peri, described the love between Apollo and Daphne by combining Greek-style tragedy and musical accompaniment. What is this art form that combines music and acting, which one might hear at the La Scala in Milan? This art form is called opera. Question number 15. When British colonists arrived in New Zealand, they fought wars against what Polynesian people, known for their tattoos and a war dance called the haka? Those people are known as the Maori. Question 16. A woman's face is dimly superimposed on his The Old Guitarist, part of his Blue period, and Garçon à la Pipe is part of his Rose period. Another work by what artist depicts a light bulb shining above a horse, under which lies a severed arm holding a broken sword? That would be Pablo Picasso. Question 17. Priscilla Lapham is the love interest of the main character who joins the Sons of Liberty and interacts with historical figures such as Paul Revere. What is the title of this 1943 book by Esther Forbes about a young silversmith during the American Revolution? The answer is Johnny Tremain. Question 18. Participants explain the meaning of bitter herbs, caroset, parsley, a shank bone, and an egg. What is the name of the meal where the Haggadah is read on the first night or first 2 nights of Passover? That meal is called the Seder. Question 19. A 4-eyed one of these animals, called Garmr, has a chest covered in blood and guards the entrance to Helheim in Norse mythology. Hercules had to capture a 3-headed one of what type of animal for his 12th labor? One was 4-eyed, one was 3-headed, but they were both hounds, or dogs. Question 20. A work of the French sculptor Auguste Rodin, what is the name of the bronze statue depicting a seated Dante, pondering his Divine Comedy, whose head rests on his hand as he looks down, deep in contemplation? We're looking for the name of that sculpture. It is called The Thinker. All right, that wraps up the first 20 questions of today's quiz. There is a question 21 tiebreaker coming up in just a second. Now is a good time. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please go down to just beneath the video. There's a subscribe button. Click subscribe, follow along to ROADTRIpVIA. We post new quizzes like this all the time. We have a bunch of old quizzes. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can kind of follow along behind the scenes if you want to, but most importantly, follow along here on YouTube. Also, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down based on how you like today's quiz. Leave us a comment if you have any questions or critiques about today's quiz. And let's wrap it up with question 21, the tiebreaker for today. Widely considered to be both the beginning of the superhero genre and the most valuable comic book in the world, what year was Action Comics issue number 1 originally published that introduced the world to Superman? What year did Action Comics issue number 1 come out? That was the first time we met Superman. That year was 1938. Whoever got closest to 1938 is going to win that point. If after question 20 there was a tie, whoever just won that point just won the whole game. Congratulations. Thank you for watching. See ya on the next trip.